time no see. Today I'm coming at you with my third recording of this look to finally get the lighting that I like right. Different home, everything, so still working on that. Hopefully I'm going to start doing these more often. Anyways, this look is mainly featuring this eyeshadow from Urban Decay called Lounge, and I love it because, well, you'll see what it can do with this look. But it's beautiful, and it's the main component. You know, I did the rest of this based off of just this eyeshadow, and it's kind of that, I don't know, grungy kind of look, so, you know, this could also be used for a clubbing look, but anytime I've worn it, I get lots of compliments. It really can enhance like any eye color. It's just really stunning, and this shadow is really versatile because technically it's kind of like two shadows in one, which you'll see. I'll talk about that later. Let's just go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Alright, and boom, transition to me with no makeup and me priming my face. Forgive me if I sound weird throughout this voiceover recording, guys. I got sick the day I filmed this, so that's why I'm a little out of spirits with this whole thing. But I'm using the Smashbox primer water, which I'm loving, and I like to spritz it all over my face and just kind of pat it in. I feel like it helps just get into those little nooks and crannies that the light mist can't do. And for foundation today, I'm using my Missha M Cosmetics Magic Cushion in number 21. It's the lightest shade. If you guys watched my Korean cushion foundation review, you guys will have seen me use this. I still am completely loving this foundation, and it really lasts all day long, and it matches my skin tone amazingly. And what I like is that it's not completely matte. It's just, it leaves your skin looking like skin, but slightly matte, you know, not definitely like I would say a satin finish like I was saying on my review and demo of them. But I love this foundation, and with this look you kind of don't want anything that's like super dewy, which I'm liking the dewy look for foundation nowadays. But you know, if you go with the satin to matte finish for this look, I think it'll go better because your eyes are going to be so in your face, and so are your lips because they're going to be a bolder color. Having like a matte, not flashback kind of dewy crazy look going on for the foundation of the face, I think will work best. Next, I'll be going in with my LA Pro concealer, and I bought this one in Classic Ivory because I thought it was going to be like the lightest of all the options because, you know, I'm really pale, but it's actually a really orangey peachy undertone, so I've just been using it as like a correction kind of concealer for underneath my eyes in conjunction with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in light, because this is so light. The Bye Bye Under Eye is really light. I like to combine them both to make a more natural skin color finish for kind of my highlight but concealing. And the mixed version of it I use to go in and highlight my face just a little bit, and the under eye I leave it by itself for the LA Pro Girl, and then I wind up combining it and just kind of blending it all together with either a concealer brush or a flat foundation brush, which is just kind of like a really big concealer brush. And after all that concealing and highlighting, I'm going in with my Palladio Rice Powder Translucent Setting Powder, and with just a regular old foundation sponge, I'm trying to pack it on as well as I can. I'm so pale you can't really tell that I have a lot on there, but I'm putting on quite a bit and pressing it into like some more oily spots and where I crease a lot, and I'm going to let that sit for just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to do my brows in the meantime. And after dusting that off, I'm going in with the eyeshadows. First, I'm using my Sonia Kashuk like Neutral Eyes eyeshadow palette. I cannot remember the actual name of this, but it's really useful. It's all matte, they're all neutrals, they're great to use. The first color I'm going in with is this kind of more pinky, like corally color, and I'm going in with actually an e.l.f. concealer brush because it's really big and fluffy, and that's what I have, and I'm just making a transition color from my crease kind of up toward my brow bone. Now, if you're not an idiot like I was during this thing and, you know, having sick brain or whatever, you would have actually primed your eyes. I totally forgot to prime my eyes I realized after filming it, I was like, something wasn't quite right. It's because I didn't prime my eyes, but this will look much better if you do prime your eyes. So the second one here I'm going in is with that more like peachy orangey color, and again going just kind of over the top of that more corally light color. Again, these are going to be our transition colors because the color from Urban Decay Lounge, it has a very red undertone. When you rub it, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I mentioned in the beginning that the eyeshadow from Urban Decay is kind of like two eyeshadows in one. It's that nice tealy mermaid looking color, but then it's also this like rich reddish colored brown, which here we go. This is Lounge with Urban Decay, and if you use friction with it like I am here into the crease, I'm really defining the crease with it right now, you can't see really any teal that's coming off of it, because when you rub it, it completely changes color. It's the coolest and weirdest thing, but it can be kind of difficult to learn to work with. The first time I got it, I was so excited. I was like, wait a second, like my entire eyeshadow look, I just look red. Like I look like I'm sick and everything just looks red and weird. But it's okay now because I know how to work with it. And like I was saying before, I'm just going in with like a smaller Sonia Kashuk like crease brush. It's like the oldest brush I have. It's got to be like 5 years old. But I'm just going in with the crease to define that, because it's going to marry all of those transition colors that we already put on there. It's just going to marry them together, and it's just going to be really smooth. And like I said, if you actually primed your eyes before, you're going to have even better color payoff than what you're going to see on here. After going back and forth and kind of building up this kind of the red transition color with Lounge, I'm going back to my Sonia Kashuk kind of softer neutral colors in that big fluffy brush, and I'm blending it all together one more time just so it's really smooth and we don't have like super harsh lines. Now I'm going in with a creamy black eyeshadow base, which is just Black Bean, good old Black Bean, which is NYX's Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil. It's just a sticky, dark base, and it works well with Urban Decay Lounge. The Lounge eyeshadow color is really something you need to learn to work with. It's going to really change what it looks like depending on what it's on top of. Like if it's on top of a bronze base, the reddish brown color is going to come out more. And if it's on top of a black base, the teal colors are gonna like really show up. So I just put it on there really sloppy, but I'm just going in with my finger and blending it out the best that I can and trying to just keep it on the lid. It would probably have been better if I had used a an actual like eyeshadow brush to kind of blend this out, but it works in the end. So use your fingers, use a brush, use whatever you want. Just make sure that eyeshadow base is on there and sticky, because it's going to really help that teal mermaid color come out. And we're going in with Lounge again with Urban Decay, except with a flat shader brush and some like primer water, something that's sticky, like a finishing spray, like NYX's Dewy setting spray, which I like. This, I think, by Smashbox, because it has glycerin in it, it works really, really well. But using this eyeshadow with a wet brush will really help bring out the teal color even more than just setting it on top of the black base. And with this, because my black cream shadow, like I said, I did it kind of sloppy, with just the edge of that brush, I'm just trying to define and smooth out that transition between lid and crease just a little bit more, so it's not like choppy and harsh or anything like that. And one more time going in with Urban Decay's Lounge into the crease with a dry brush this time, just to kind of deepen up that crease, blend stuff together one more time, and just give it that overall smolder. And just blending one more time with the big fluffy brush. I didn't put any extra eyeshadow on it, just whatever was left over, just blending all of it together again. Now going in with a bronzy eyeshadow cream base. This is French Fries by NYX. this is going underneath the lower lash line. I'm going to smoke it out separately and then kind of smoke Lounge on top of that again. And you'll see, because it's on top of a bronze base, it's still not going to show up teal. Just because it's a sticky base does not mean that that teal color will show up. It's a very versatile eyeshadow. It's just kind of annoying to work with when you first get it because you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do with it? But it creates a beautiful look. I love this look. And like I said, Lounge again with a smudger brush on that lower lash line, and I'm going to bring the kind of smoky effect down a little bit more because it's kind of easier to smudge it all together when an eyeshadow's there. But as you can see, it's not the same color as the lid color, but it's also not the same color as the crease color that looks a little bit more red. It's, like I said, it's a really interesting eyeshadow, and I think it's really fun to have, so I would definitely recommend this eyeshadow for you guys, especially if you like kind of darker, I don't want to say goth, but just kind of grungy eyeshadow color looks. Here I'm going in with Urban Decay's eyeliner pencil in 0, which is just like super black, and just lining my waterline with it. Some people might prefer to just leave it bare or do a lighter nude color. I think the look will work either way, but for my personal preference, I'm just going to do my waterline and also tight line the upper waterline. I decided to go with a liquid like felt tip liner with this look because I've tried it with the gel liner and it just kind of gets lost in this eyeshadow look. I think if it's liquid or I don't know, like a felt tip, it doesn't get lost and it stays really sharp. So I recommend doing it with like a liquid eyeliner for this look, and you can really make this dramatic. I went with a less dramatic look overall. Like I didn't add falsies with this look, and I didn't create huge winged liners, but you could definitely play up this look like hugely if you want. It's a very versatile look, and it can be as kind of subdued and with no liner at all, or you can like really make yourself look like a peacock at the club and you want everybody to notice you. And for the highlight, I'm going into my Naked One palette by Urban Decay and just taking Virgin, which is just like a really shimmery champagne color, taking on the brow bone and the inner corner. What's kind of interesting about this color, and again, like how Lounge plays with others, it will kind of transform what the highlight looks like just a little bit. You'll kind of see it almost gives like a little green reflect back to it when it goes over it. I don't have this color, but if I had like a shimmery kind of lavendery, bluish, I don't know, purpley color, I would totally use that as a highlight inner corner because that would look so cool. And right now I'm just going in, curling my lashes, putting on my favorite mascara, and again, no falsies because I just didn't want to mess with it, and just wanted to go with like a regular look. Plus my eyelashes are like really long right now. Of course with this look you can't see it as much because of the liner, but they're there. Now I'm going in with highlighting and contouring. This is NYX's Illuminator. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I'm going on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead a little bit, and on my chin. I should have done my Cupid's bow. I totally forgot to do that, but I'm trying not to make it too crazy because again, like with the foundation, we don't want it to be overtaking the eyeshadow look because it's a pretty dark look, and then when the lips go on, it's a really intense look. Now I'm going in with NYX's Bronzer in Light, just very lightly, just to kind of bring a little bit of warmth to my face and a little definition. Because I'm so fair, I kind of shy away from bronzers. I have not bought the perfect one for my skin tone. This one, even though it's light, it's still a pretty orangey base, so I have to be really careful, and I try to just tap it really lightly and just really blend in big circles just to kind of get an overall slight warmth to my face. And then I'll show you in a minute, I go over that bronzer with kind of a really ashy, now I bought an actual blush for it, but it's kind of an ashy color, and it's also by NYX. It's in NYX Taupe, but you can use like an ashy kind of neutral medium eyeshadow. I was using that before, and it was basically the same color as NYX's Taupe, which that is this right now. And I'm not going as wide and as big and all over my face. I'm just kind of really defining just a little bit under the cheekbone and under my jawline for sure. I'll use it to contour my nose, and I'll use it again on the forehead a little bit. But as you can see, I'm kind of keeping it in a more strict area than I did with the bronzer, and that just kind of helps give a more normal look than like, wow, you got like orange chocolatey crap all over your face. And like I had said, here I am using, again, taupe with just a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush, just to define my nose a little bit. I accidentally used a little bit much, but just a little tapping with the finger and a little extra blending and stuff kind of helped it go away. Here I'm using NYX's blush in Mocha and just doing a little bit. I'm more focused on like the contouring and bronzing with this look because I think those browns look a little bit better with the overall feel of this look, and not too much blush because again the eyes and the lips are where it's at. And here I'm using NYX's lip pencil in Natural because it's kind of a pinky brown, which will kind of give a nice complement to the much more brown based lip gloss I'll be putting over it in a second. And y'all don't judge too hard because I'm still not a pro at doing lip stuff, so please forgive me, I'm still learning, forgive me. And here is Chocolate Crepe by NYX in the Butter Gloss. These formulas are amazing. If you guys have not tried them, you have not lived, you need to. They're so moisturizing, really glossy, they're just so pretty and not that expensive, and they last for forever. So highly recommend it, and if you're sensitive to smells, maybe not. They do smell like cupcakes, but who doesn't love the smell of a cupcake? But yeah, this is kind of a very chocolatey mauve color, and I really think it pulls the look together. And it's over, guys. Yay for fall. I hope you guys really enjoy this look this season wearing it. I think it will be I think it'll go with a lot of stuff, and I hope you guys have fun with it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Be sure to send me requests or inspirational pictures, even on Twitter, which I'll have everything linked down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
당신의 숨으로 날 구해줘 나는 어둠 안에 숨어서 아직 어두워